Okay, this is my C.H.U.D concept. I worked on him, and I gotta admit, I like the way this guy turned out. I mean, I did everything with this guy. If you've ever seen the movie, it's kind of gay, but it's got Daniel Stern in it, and I think they wasted all their budget on that one. But this guy here, I just like that movie. It's so cheesy. It gave me like nightmares for weeks. But with this guy, most of the head I sculpted from Fimo, but the body itself I found at the flea market, and the arms itself actually came from Violator. I took a shortcut, yeah, I sure did. But you know, he was broken, and I just had to pick him up, and they just put such a perfect little thing on this. And as you can see, like, they're all like super gnarly, and you can see the veins and everything. But this is what I like. This is what I did. This is my own like little touch, is that his joints are like, you know, there's way too many of them. Blech. Like, you know, he's already mutating, and then I did a dry brush on his head. I wanted to make it look all like wrinkled and like nasty, and like, you know, if we turn it around, you know, I did sort of the same thing on the back of the head with just a, let me get up here. There's quite the glare off his head. I just, you know, look at that. Just the texture I wanted, that, you know, he's not really human anymore. As you know, I really focused in on the bone structure, and just like, what would this thing look like if it, you know, it was, you know, exposed to toxic waste like they were. And I gotta admit, like, if you pause the movie during C.H.U.D, you can see them, and they're wearing like black jeans and like black shirts and stuff. But you know, and I really actually pause that part in the movie. You'll laugh. It's pretty good. So anyway, as you can see, his teeth, I wanted to make them look like really rotten, and like, you know, like, I didn't want them to fall out, because, you know, you gotta bite something with it. And there's like, you know, his eyes, I tried to make them kind of like glowing out, but the paint didn't exactly do what I wanted it to do. But still, I mean, it turned out pretty good. I mean, they're nice and bright and green, and it looks like, you know, the skin's cracked around it, and it just doesn't look like, you know, it was human. And of course, you got the big grabbing hand. But as, you know, and right here, I put the big vein in his chest, and, you know, the big long tongue, you know, whatever you want to do with it. I like that. More texture on the chest, because, like, you know, I really wanted to do something different this time. So, you know, I took the clothes, and, you know, I stuck it under a rock for 3 days and dipped it in tea, and, you know, he's pretty actually, you know what, he's pretty posable. Let me just take a, you know, you can move his arms and stuff like that. Like Pyramid Head, you really couldn't move his arms, and the mannequin pretty much stays where it is. But with this guy, you can move his arms. His head doesn't move, because, I don't know, I just still learning here. And so you can see I put like mud, but it's actually supposed to be like shit, because he's crawling around in the sewers. And then, you know, mark it up and make it look, it's pretty shiny material, but I think I really did well with the paint job, and, you know, making it look like really dirty and just like poo stained. And you know, his boot, he's been walking around in the mud, and then like, oh, look at that. He's stuck, his toes are starting to break out of the boot. He's mutating even further. And, you know, it's a little bit more shredded. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to flip him around and show you the back. You know, like maybe he got attacked by something before he, you know, started to mutate, and that's why he's all mutated and stuff. And you can kind of see it in the back, but I made like more veins, and oh boy, it's this is a new camera, so I'm trying real hard to like figure out how the light there. Maybe there we go. But it's supposed to look all diseased and blistered and like, you know, really gross. And then as we go down, he's got another pull up his poo hole, because well, you know, I'm still learning, and it's tough to keep him in a pose, because, I mean, you can take him off here. You can take him off just fine, and then, you know, you stand him up, but he doesn't stand too well, and then his head. But I gotta admit, I think I did a nice job on him. So, if you ever see the movie, you know, watch it. Actually, don't even bother. Go watch it on YouTube or whatever. But, yeah, that's the next one. And I believe, before anything else, I think I'm going to do the Boogeyman next. So, thanks for watching.